Good morning. My name is Jenny Kim, as she said, and I'm a junior at Notre Dame Academy. Thank you all for coming here and supporting our program today and our mission, because it's something that means so much to me. And I'm very pleased and honored to be able to share my experiences in YLT with you today. The Youth Leaders Toledo, or as we refer to it, YLT, taught me lessons I could not have learned any other way. Despite the fact I was chosen as one of the 3 representatives from my school to represent YLT, I didn't consider myself a leader going in. I wasn't the class president like half the kids in our YLT class were, and I wasn't sure that I had the charisma to stand in front of a huge group of people and talk, let alone lead them. We can see that it has changed a little bit now. Now, one of the most important things I learned was that I was completely wrong. Leadership doesn't come from a title, but it comes from being passionate about others. The passion for people leads to wanting to help others. So it goes without saying that service is a very important part. From the very first session, my small little perspective about service and leadership was completely broken. Mr. Ken Leslie came and talked to us about homelessness in Toledo and ways to get involved. I was naive to think that that was a problem of a faraway world and not one right here. But that first session, everything became so real to me. Also on Martin Luther King Day, I split into groups and went to various soup kitchens to serve lunch that day. The amount of people that came in was also so shocking to me. But beyond feeling sad that the sense of hunger and homelessness in Toledo has reached a maximum, I got the message that I have the resources to help and I have the potential to help. What little help I could contribute could help someone else's life. Now, taking the initiative to use its power, we all have to make a difference, is what leadership is about. YLT not only helped me realize that, but it provided me with a network that could make it possible. Of course, I made some really good friends through Youth Leaders Toledo, but what I got of it was much more. I learned so much from every single one of them. They are all very passionate people, and they constantly give me opportunities to grow. Over the summer, a couple of friends from Leadership Toledo and I, we started a service project to benefit an organization that we all really cared about, the Daughter Project. We tried to do a car wash, and it was very challenging and it had many problems. However, the tools that we learned in YLT allowed us to keep going because we believe in our goals, and we believe that we can do it. So we put on the car wash, and we raised money for a Daughter Project. I never would have been able to act and actually make a difference without the inspiration that comes from being around motivated and enthusiastic people. Another example of how I even continue growing now because of the networking YLT has provided me with is that a couple months ago, I got a text from a former service group member. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the youth program, it is a requirement to graduate YLT that around 10 of us get together in a group and plan and carry out a service project by ourselves. So one of my former group members had contacted me wondering if we should repeat our project again or find something else to do. So immediately we began brainstorming. As you can see, the passion Youth Leaders Toledo ignited in us for service continues to blaze today. I mean, why else would you see a bunch of teenagers up at 6 o'clock in the morning instead of sleeping in? However, even perhaps more important than doing service is how we go about doing it. Reaching a goal is important, but Youth Leadership Toledo taught me the immeasurable value of people. I realized that caring for others is not only expressed through service, but also through caring for people you work with. Success doesn't count if you have to step on others to get there, or if you have to use others to get there. In fact, it probably won't come if you don't realize the incredible talent each team member is going to bring to the table. This is exactly why celebrating diversity is important. A couple of Leadership Toledo sessions were dedicated to celebrating diversity. What got the most to me is the day we spent at the Ability Center. That day I learned that every single one of us views the world differently. And getting the chance to hear about all my YLT classmates' lives at the retreat also opened my eyes to that fact. We all see things differently. We've heard different things. We've felt and experienced many different things in our lives. And that's not a bad thing. That does not mean that one way is better than the other. What that does mean is that the best way is not only tolerating the diversity we have among us, but celebrating that fact. That means implementing possible changes to my paradigm, and always being humble enough to say that I may not know as much as you do in this matter. I have not seen all that you have, and not heard all that you have. Because being a leader is not about being right all the time, but it's about caring for others enough to reach the best possible solution, whether it's mine or not. Leadership is not about being the boss, or about the power and position. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Leadership Toledo has helped me do just that. I found my passion for people and realized that the act of service is the ultimate statement of leadership. And I continue to show this leadership by being active in our other programs such as YIPI and other community service projects. I know I'm not the only one that this program has changed. And I hope that I'm not the only one that's going to come in the future, and I hope that thousands of people are going to benefit as I have from Leadership Toledo.